Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the free lecture series on power electronics. Here now we are going to discuss the lecture number 2.7, that is called single phase half wave control. Half wave, it is uncontrolled diode rectifier using RLEO. So let's draw the circuit. This is our diode. This is supply voltage, and this is the R. This L, this B, this is the load. This is the plus minus Vs. This is the R. Let us note down. This is E. This is the load. This is the voltage across diode VD. So this can be explained by the waveform. So first draw the waveform, then we can go to the come to the some conclusion point. Let's draw the waveform of it. It is going to be like this fashion. Just like this. This is our source voltage plus Vs, and this is our, basically you can say that this is our back EMF voltage or E, like this fashion. And back EMF is having the two intervals at this point and at this point. We are saying that this is angle theta 1, or we are saying that this is angle theta 2. This is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi, this is basically 3 pi, that we are understand. This is so E and sine phase having the two intersecting point at theta 1 and theta 2. So we can say that at angle theta 1 at omega t equals to theta 1, we can say that the supply voltage is equals to the E. But if the omega t is less than theta 1, then we can say that E is greater than Vs and diode is continuously off, which is less than theta 1. Because at less than theta 1, E is greater than V, so this E will try to turn off the diode, and we can say the diode becomes off. And similarly at omega t equals to theta 2, E is greater than Vs and omega t greater than theta 2, we can say that E is greater than again Vs. As per this waveform, we can say that again at after omega t is greater than theta 2, E is greater than V. That means the diode becomes off. So in this case, this is the case 1 and this is the case 2. We can say that diode becomes off. This we have understood in the lecture number 2.6 in the R E load. But here we are having the R and E load. There is the additional inductor is there, and how the waveform is changing that we are going to discuss. So we can say that the critical point to understand this kind of the lecture is called theta 1 and theta 2. So let's move on to our mode 1. Mode 1 at omega t equals to theta 1, diode becomes on. So turn on diode, which is supply voltage Vs plus minus E. Here we have turned on diode at omega t theta 1. This is our resistance, this is our inductance, this is our battery EMF. And plus minus E, this is our output voltage. At this point, we can say that the current is flowing from diode to the load side. Some energy is dissipated in the resistances, and some energy is going to be stored in the inductor. So we can say that di by dt is increases, and current is basically increases. It is called the load current or the inductor current. And there will be a condition if I am making a loop like this fashion. it should be minus Vs plus Vr plus Vn plus E should be equal to 0. And if I try to make the value of the Vn, then we can say that it should be Vs minus E plus Vr. And we know that Vl equals to L, di upon dt should be equals to Vs minus E plus Vr. If we can say that if Vs is equals to E plus Vr, since the current is continuously flowing in this load resistance and charging the inductor, there will be a condition when Vs, the source voltage, is equals to the E plus Vr. Then we can say that this condition occurs. We can say that di by dt should be equals to 0. That means the current achieves the maximum position. So here in this case, as the diode becomes on at omega t equals to theta 1, current is increases in the inductor, energy is going to be stored in the inductor, and at certain interval of time there will be a condition when this voltage is equal to this voltage, that di by dt system will become 0. It shows that there will be no change in current and the current achieves the maximum point. So as per the waveform, if this is the load current waveform, then the current is going to be increases from this point. Let us draw the point. Current is going to be increases and it is achieves the maximum point, and at this point we can say that di by dt should be equal to 0 and stops, and the current becomes stops. And we can say that as per the formula, as per the equation, plus minus voltage, plus minus output voltage should be equal to the supply voltage. So the current is flowing and the output voltage follows the source voltage. So if I draw the waveform of output voltage, it will follow the source voltage like this fashion, like this, up to this point. Now, what will happen after this interval? After current reaching maximum value, inductor discharging. Inductor is discharging since Vx is positive, diode becomes on. That means after the certain interval, the waveform is going to be like this: the plus, the minus. Diode becomes on, resistance is there, inductance is there, battery is there, but the change is that this inductor will releasing the energy, and it is moving like this fashion, and diode is continuously on up to the point of pi. So inductor releasing energy, inductor releasing energy up to pi, and diode becomes on. So inductor is releasing energy, the current is decreases, di by dt is decreases, it is going to be like this fashion. Current is going to be decreasing in nature up to this point. This is basically 0 point. And current and inductor are releasing the energy like this fashion. Why it is going to be like this? Why we can say that it is approaching this like the same function? Because if the inductor is releasing the energy, output voltage we are assuming this is plus minus Vs, output voltage is equal to the source voltage. So we can say that output voltage basically tries to follow the source voltage. So in this waveform, the output voltage basically tries to follow the source voltage. The source voltage is going to be like this. This is the same waveform. Now, what will happen at omega t equals to pi or greater than that we have to learn. Now, after omega t greater than equals to pi, Vs become negative. So let's draw the circuit and try to make the analysis. If the circuit is there, which is plus, minus, and inductor still having some energy because the current is not zero. Inductor still having some energy because at omega t equals to pi, the current is not equals to zero or because of this inductor. And at omega t equals to pi, the inductor will tries to release the energy, the remaining energy, and it freewheels the diode up to the point when the energy is zero. So there is a freewheeling diode that means there is a forced conduction. Diode is force conducted. Diode is force conducted because of inductor energy. So output voltage here we can say that, but the output of voltage is negative because the source voltage is negative. So output voltage is negative, which is equals to minus Vs and up to angle beta. So we can say that the inductor, the current is zero at this point. This point is called basically beta. Just to make it more clear, this is basically the pi. This is pi, and we can say that this is a point. Basically, this point is called beta. So this is 0, this is theta 1, this is, we can say that theta 2, this is pi, this is beta. Yes. We'll draw it like this. This is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is okay. I think it will be observable that theta 1, theta 2, pi and beta. And similarly, this is going to be discharge the energy up to the point beta. This is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is pi, this is beta. So this is the waveform that we are obtaining for the output voltage. So we can say that at omega t equals to beta, we are observing this kind of the waveform. Now, what will happen after omega t equals to beta? After omega t greater than to beta, inductor releases full energy. Current in inductor is 0, supply is negative, diode becomes off, plus minus, this is the output voltage, which is equals to basically the battery EMF. So after greater than pi beta, we can say that output voltage tries to follows the input voltage like this. Similarly, like this fashion, we are obtaining the waveform. It is continuous. It should be E. Current is 0 because the diode becomes off, and again the same principle is followed. Like then this fashion. This should be 2 pi. This is 2 pi plus theta 1. It is beta. Okay. So this is the concept that we have learned for the RLE load. For the diode is having E having the basic concept, and we have to think that the conducting phenomenon basically depends upon the diode. Let's, if the inductance increases, then we can say that the beta is increases. This waveform is going to be increases like this fashion, but output voltage is going to be decreases. So it is not desirable that we can increase the value of inductor because we have seen that the average output voltage is basically going to decrease. Here we are obtaining the output voltage in this fashion, which is the more positive. But if we increases the inductor angle, the time taken by the current to be increases, because if the beta is increases, then the output voltage is going to be decreases. The average value is going to be decreases. So that's the basic concept regarding the single phase uncontrolled diode rectifier using the RLE load. And the last lecture, that is called lecture number 2.8, we have to discuss about RLE plus freewheeling diode.